we're not supposed to be touching our faces. Wash your hands liberally. Don't touch your face. Gotta prevent this fucking respiratory flu from going around or being infected or whatever. So, today we're talking about Dystopia For You. So, this song is about the general feeling and impression and the way things are going politically. Maybe not so much here in Canada, but definitely around other places in the world, like China, possibly the US, that kind of thing. And, things like, not only politically the way things are going, but, cryptocurrency becoming a thing of the future. There's a lot of speculation whether or not cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or whatever its derivatives are is going to become the currency of the world, just for the simple fact that it's a single currency and it's not owned by banks. At least at the time it wasn't. I don't know if it is if that is the case now. I haven't kept up with that information, but at the time it wasn't owned by banks. It's sourced and mined via the internet and computers, and along with cryptocurrency comes crypto anarchy. So the idea that and I got into this a bit with the making of Databomb video. Crypto anarchy is essentially the idea that rather than there being central government systems within each country and then they're divided into states or provinces or whatever it is, it's more of a crowdsourced system where everyone has a kind of consensus online of how things should be done, and then once everyone's kind of in agreement, then whatever needs to be done gets done. And a key part of it is obviously the internet, because that's the only way everybody in the world can communicate with each other at the scale that it does nowadays. And yeah, crypto anarchy. The song is basically kind of like it being that the political situation is what it is, and the U.S. kind of falling apart, at least politically, and with and then the whole cryptocurrency and also the crypto anarchy becoming a thing, and the president that's now sitting in office in the U.S. It's there's a lot of concern whether or not the world is becoming a dystopia. I mean, you look at like somewhere, I think I'm not exactly sure where in South America, but somewhere in South America, like Venezuela or something like that, they're definitely looking like a dystopia. China's looking like a dystopia with their social credit system. To me, it's very concerning, and flat out, I do not want dystopia. Like, I don't think dystopia is a good thing. I as a piece of commentary, I do think that a lot of people in the goth scene or the goth industrial scene kind of idealize that whole dystopia idea, because it's like, oh yeah, live fast, die young. The kind of like the harsh, dark, cybernetic, corporations rule the world. Everyone's out for, gotta watch their back because everyone's out for each other, kind of thing. And and everybody kind of, not everybody, but there seems to be a lot of, people idealizing and thinking that dystopia is, at least in our scene, at least I think there's a lot of people that are, they kind of idealize it and romanticize it, and it's like even William Gibson, when he wrote the Neuromancer Bridge series, or the Bridge series, or even the Sprawl series and the Bridge series, it's like those books were meant as warnings. We're not supposed to live that, like that. We're not supposed to. He wrote those as warnings so that people, he saw that as a potential thing that could happen, and that is not a good thing. And there's, I will be honest, I love cyberpunk fiction. I love, I love the Sprawl series. I love, it's my favorite type of fiction. Like I'm working on a comic that's kind of in that kind of spirit. But despite that, I don't think it's a good thing, and I think too many people romanticize the idea in our scene. And despite all that, looking at what's going on in the world right now politically, and just that whole idea, it's it's concerning. And I don't want a dystopia, but the song was kind of like, is it, is this a dystopia for you? Is that what it's gonna end up being like? Is this just gonna be the end of it, and that's, if we're just gonna end up in a dystopia, and is that how everyone's gonna roll? And it's kind of my warning, to people, like, dystopia isn't good. And even it's seeing some of the posts online and stuff, even within my own community, it's like, what, like, I know you say we live in a dystopia, and you can tell the way that they're saying it, it's kind of like you're romanticizing this, and it's not a good thing. Like, it's bad. So that's what Dystopia For You is about. If you have thoughts on Dystopia or this song, leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you feel it has value, please share and subscribe, and hit that bell button to be notified when the next video comes out. So see you in the next video.